Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it free on itch.io. Though you might be able to get the most up-to-date version on their subscribe star. So basically, between last Let's Play and this Let's Play, or at least, versions, George left the team slash I guess maybe was kicked out. I keep forgetting it slash not, looking too much into it. But yeah, they separated and George took this project with him. And yeah. So maybe they have a more up-to-date version of the subscribe star. It's like 21 plus and I haven't actually looked too much into it. So, anyways, on the last Let's Play, we finished Nick's route. At least the bad ending because that's all we had. But now I think there's a good ending. Hyena. So we'll do that. So we're going to reset our face. And hopefully this is the good route. Reset face. Oh, and to catch up in general stuff, like we went to the strike and, things were getting a bit heated. There were the coal miners on strike, and then like the National Guard was brought in, and then what's his name? The first guy we was with, the sheriff. It's been a hot minute since I played this. Came in to try and calm things down, which if you picked, either Nick, was it Nick or something like that? You get the bad ending where he's shot, but then now someone else is shot. Anyways, suddenly I hear a noise I've never heard before. It's coming from the direction of the crowd. It's a loud popping sound, followed by a whiz. Then there's a wet gurgle. It's coming from behind me. Somebody got shot. There's a wolf I've never seen before, dressed in miner's clothing. He holds on to his neck as blood splatters from his paws. Then he goes down to the floor. Through the blood, I can see that he was holding a gun. Oh, I look in the direction that I thought I heard the sound from. A tiger's tail disappears into the crowd. They killed him! Was it the guard? Who else could it be? It was just like how they did it in Ludlow. Goddamn murders. One of the guards has a wild look in his eye. He lifts his gun. That is, until Will grabs the barrel. Stop! Saguaro County is my jurisdiction. The man is struggling, twisting to get his gun out of the coyote's paw, but Will just brings him closer. You raise that gun into an audience again, and I will shoot you myself. You hear? You can't do that. Shut the fuck up and listen to the sheriff. He should know how to handle his people, if he's any good. Immediately, the man stops resisting. Will walks towards the fallen gunman. Then he crouches over the body, relaxing his wrist on his knee. He has an odd look on his face when he sees him. Almost something like a look of deja vu, but it quickly passes. His sharp, hard expression returns, and he nods. He turns his head to the crowd. Now I have a question for the working folks. He has a whole crowd's attention now. What is this man's name? If he has a family, they ought to know. Will looks from one man to another. Nobody comes forward. Nobody says anything. Let's try something else then. Raise your arm if you've ever worked a shift with this man. Still no answers. Confused murmurs run through the crowd. Now, how about the other body? I blink. There is another body? Did two people get shot? I can feel my heartbeat in my chest. As I approach, I'm trying to see who's on the floor. The crowd is swarming the other body. All I can see is a paw. Who knew him? All I can make out is what looks like the brown fur of a hare. But could it be? Oh yeah, I think it's like maybe the hare gets shot or something like that. I'm not sure. The odds that it was him are too low. Because I guess they changed a bit of it. That's why I keep telling myself. Nick just stares, quivering a little. I knew him. So did I. Looks to me like the bullet came from the direction of the wolf on the ground. I bet the bullets in his gun match the victim's. Looks like somebody was trying to stop them. So, it wasn't the guard? Doesn't look like it. There's an uncomfortable degree of silence that falls over a crowd this large. Both the miners and the guards look confused and shaken rather than pissed. I shift uncomfortably. William, Art, hey! He yells so loud, I stop in my tracks. We have a situation under control, sir. I don't know what William did, but it seems to be working. I see him control a crowd before, but never to this degree. Is it over? Was murdering Felipe all that Briggs wanted here? Or was there something even worse he's planning? I think Briggs is the, sheepdog guy. You know, the other owner of the mine. I don't really know. And I'm sure as hell don't want to stick around, waiting for something else to happen. I look around me. Weapons are lowered. Tension in the air isn't nearly as thick. Things feel oddly normal. Ordinary. It's that funny kind of feeling, like when you're in the middle of one big old clusterfuck, rather than being in the wrong place at the wrong time, before something extremely awful happens. The situation is under my control, civilian. I'm still shaken off guard by the shift in tone of his voice, but nobody's paying us much attention. Miners are still crowding around the body. But up above me, in the cliffs, I see something slip between the wall of rocks. An orange tail with stripes. Hey! He barks at me again, shaking me out of my spell. Don't you have someplace else to be? I get the feeling he's trying to tell me something. Did he figure out something about Yao without telling us? I just don't know. But when he turns away from me and people fill the space between us, I want to put my faith in him. People are really breaking up and dispersing, clearing a way for others to move out. If something was going to happen today, I feel like it already would have. Nick? I see the badger staring into William's back. He didn't have to yell at you. I don't think he meant it none. Regardless. I notice he's trying very hard to avoid looking at Felipe's corpse. We need to talk about Yao, Nick. I mean, really talk. He blinks. Why? Not here. He jerks his head toward the direction of the open mine. I squint at him. He's nuts. You can't be serious. It's the only quiet place there is out here, isn't it? I feel the air from the entrance blowing out again. Are we seriously? I don't know. Because if you remember from, an episode or two ago, the whole situation was William got shot. The guards started shooting the miners. We went into the mine. There was shooting and hunting people. There was a box that was supposed to have something in it, but then I guess it was a trap or something like that. I don't know. We kept going down. We went into the quartz mines. Everything was on fire. There was the barred gate. Nick split his head open trying to break it open so he could get through. A spider got us and put us on the surface, and then that was the end of that. Like it's sleeping. I shake my head. Not there neither. Nick crosses his arms. If you aren't going after Yao, then we might as well leave. God damn it. I roll my neck, then my shoulders. Then I lower my voice to an audible whisper, as best I can. If we're going in again, I think I saw another entrance in the cliffs. Another entrance? I jerk my hand in the direction of the hills, in the quarry, toward the pair of boulders I saw the tail disappear into. It might be new. It might not. In any case, I doubt it's Yao's map. It's on Yao's map. At this point, it might be one of many. I do not see an opening there, but we can check. News background. It takes about a 5-minute walk up the incline of the two boulders. They hang quite a distance over the quarry below, and don't really have any noticeable opening. At least, not until I touch them. I expect them to feel rock beneath my paws, but it's baggy. I follow it down to the bottom of my foot. I follow it down to the bottom of my foot paws and see it disappear into the ground. Look there. That is painted canvas cloth. Old piece of tarp, don't you think? Or odd piece of tarp, don't you think? I pull on the sides of the cloth and poke my head through. A narrow passage runs to the left. It's slow, or that's slow, breathy rush of wind that bursts across my ears tell me, for sure, that this is another entrance. Do you think it's worth it? Think what's worth it? Seeing where it goes. The fuck you asking me that for? I didn't even want to be here. Nick puts his hands in his pockets. But you do want to talk. If we need the privacy. He sighs real loud. Let us be private. Do you know what I'm going to talk to you about? Nick rummages through his bag and takes out his hat and puts it on. I think so. All right then. I pull back the cloth and see a wider gap in the rock than the cover would have us believe. It's almost hard to believe something like this was hiding in plain sight, but there's a whole ton of crags around here that almost makes everything look the same. Then I walk once again into the godforsaken cave, and I swear that this is the last time. Why are we going to the caves? Oh no, I saw you out in the crowd. Nick rests his eyes for a moment, wiping his brow. When he looks at me again, he looks like he's not entirely confident. He told us not to follow him. He did not want us here at the site at all. And you never once thought about why? I thought plenty about why, Samuel. I think he knew that violence would be inevitable. No. I mean, why did he have to be here for it? Maybe he has somebody else he's trying to protect. He isn't you, Nick. He looks taken aback when I say this. I think everyone has somebody to protect. Or something, you mean. What do you think, then? Must be that he's overestimating himself. What do you mean? I mean, I think whatever he's doing, he thinks he can pull it off all by himself. Maybe he's trying to blow up the mine? Thought the whole point of us sticking together was to make sure we'd all make out of this shithole. You think he'd feel that way on some level after everything we've been through? What are you saying? I lick my lips because they feel dry. I'm saying, whatever he wants, it feels like he wants it so bad he's okay with the possibility of not catching the train out. There's no way I believe that. If anybody makes it out of these horrors, I know it'll be him. Believe what you want, but this is how I feel. He has to know it's possible. So why do that if he already has the gold? You see how that doesn't add up? He's after something, Nick. Like what? Don't know. But what are we supposed to do if he doesn't want to leave without it? I want to see him catch the train. Quiet. Did you hear that? Yeah. We walk for a bit in the dark. But then I see the light shine up from a hole in the floor. I beckon it go over, and we can see tracks below us. It's especially well lit for a part of the mine when more than half the workers are absent for the day. So we wait and listen. We don't hear voices. What happens in a strike if, like, half the workers don't strike? Like, do the striking workers prevent the other workers from working, or do they just prevent scabs from working? No pickaxes. Nothing. So we drop down the hole first, or so I drop. Nick lands a little louder. I recognize the area as one of the busier tunnels we've worked in before. We're close enough to the central shaft. Odd how it feels like nobody's here today. Even if it always feels like there's somebody watching. What is that? It's coming from a different direction. There's something about that voice that feels wrong to me. Yeah. Something that makes the fur on my back stand up. Let's avoid it? If we can. Normally, I think somebody like Nick would want to go toward that sorrowful sound like that. But the fact that we felt too alone while we heard it changed the feel of the sound just a little bit. made it sound less like a person. Look, the light in the main shaft is on. So somebody used it? Unlikely. The shaft is level 2 and 3 is unused. The shaft to level 4 is always broken. Press the big green button and hear something whir. Sam, what are you doing? Seeing if it's still broken. The machine rattles to life again. I shake my head. Don't much sound like it's broken now, does it? The machine whirs softly as we hear something in the deep, clicking and scraping against the sides of metal. You think Yao could have fixed this elevator? Its clicking gets louder. Mechanics are a specialty. If anyone can. The sound of something heavy locks into place in the hollow boom, or with the hollow boom. I bet all my gold you gave me, as well as those first 2 double eagles I lost, that Yao used this thing to get down there now. But why? Are you willing to find out? I hear him exhale. So, what happens if he isn't down there? Well, somebody is. Suspicious timing all the same, ain't it? It's kind of weird that, like, these guys went from, hey, we're going to get the gold and get out of here, and also train, which is leaving today, to, hey, let's investigate this thing, you know? Big fight up top causes a commotion and gets rid of the dissenters in the mine, all at the same time, yeah? But people who ain't on strike aren't here either. Where's the bootlickers? Well, they're in, the Senate and Congress and all that. Nick begins looking comfortable. They have their own pockets filled, don't they? Seems to me like somebody told them not to be here if they ain't. So why is that? Especially if this elevator's working now. The metal latch of the door creaks as Nick pulls it open. He puts one foot through the door, shifts his weight. The platform sinks a little as he steps down, but it bounces right back up. It's fine. He reaches a paw out to me. I take it as I step forward and feel the platform beneath me sink, which makes my chest tighten before it bounces back up. Once the platform stops rocking, I press the button to go down. Shadows of the bars are cast across the faces as we descend, or our faces. Wouldn't be pretty stupid if this is how we get caught after everything else we've done. Let's not get caught. Or let's do not. Then do not get caught. I can read. Let's check time. Okay. Just had to. As Nick says this, the platform comes to a stop. Well, it looks like Yao, or somebody. He peels back the doors slowly, and there's just enough glow from the light to see somebody waiting for us at the bottom. There's just enough light to see he's holding a weapon. Shit. I told you not to come here. Yao? The figure lowers his weapon and recedes into the darkness. I hear the scrape of stone against stone and a small click. Then he steps fully into the light. Arriving at the quarry was bad enough. Coming here is lunacy. What are you doing here, Yao? When it happens, you'll know. The tiger doesn't hesitate with his response. When what happens? We hear something. It's that noise again. But it's clear this time. A low, strained moaning. Maybe it could be like the owners of the mine? I don't know. Or it could be the in-person dealing, because, there was all this knowledge dealing. What is it? It almost sounds painful. What's that? You have learned nothing from last time? Do not seek out the voices. Nix takes off his hat, pulls a box of matches out of his pocket, and lights the flame. I'm not scared of anything I can punch. Can you punch fire? He starts walking in the direction of the sound. Nick! I look between him and Yao. What? You're not going to try and stop him? I'll pretend I saw neither of you here. I chuff. Oh, really? He bends down to grab what looks like a thin wire on the ground. He tugs on it like he's testing something, pulls it all the way back to the corner of the room. He keeps doing this with various strands. I don't really have time to figure out what he's doing or wait for his response, so I go after Nick before I lose sight of him. We follow the sound. It disappears from view, and we hear running water. Nick, he was doing something back there. And he was also ignoring the sounds. You think he has something to do with that? I don't think anything yet. I have no thoughts. But there's no reason not to look. The sound of the water gets louder. Hear anything? A beam of light scans the surface of the water, but we can only see pebbles, flecks of mica, and thick droplets of mud. We see a blind crab shuffle beneath the flap of something in the murk. Then we hear the moaning again. There. Somebody's crawling out of the mud. Or something. Keep your light still. It's sliding through the sludge. The dirt is caked on, and its fur is matted. Help. Help me. I roll to Nick. That's Ben's voice. Ben's the, golden retriever guy? We look again at whatever has come out of the mud. We mostly can only see its eyes beneath the grime. His overalls are filthy. His left arm and foot are bent in the wrong way beneath the revealed bits of skin. Is he alive? Fuck you. Yeah, he's alive. But only barely, it looks like. You gotta help me. Excuse me? You're the ones who did this. Now, that is a question. Wasn't the last time we saw Ben when he killed the, blue jay and then was, taken in the mines by, the, spider thing? Let me just look at it. The Smoke Room Ben. Yeah, he's the golden retriever guy. Thought he was dead. We didn't make you fucking all fall. Get me to the surface. Everyone's gotta know what you all did. Let us go. Agreed. Wait a minute. We start to walk away. I said wait a minute. You can't just leave me to die. I keep on walking. Nick stops, for some reason though. He tried to kill us earlier. Now hold on now. That was just talk. You killed the Blue Jay guy. I crook my entire neck so hard, I almost feel like my head is about to fall off. Just talk? You boys are trying to keep all the gold for yourselves. After all, I was right, wasn't I? Y'all filled your pockets with a one-way ticket to a good life, and you were just gonna mosey on into town, weren't you? How was that fair for the rest of us? Nick shines the beam over Ben's face and takes a good look at him. Since when have you cared about the rest of anybody? I know what it's like to work like hell for nothing, waiting for something. But the boss, he works hard too. Oh, fuck off. I know things are hard. You know exactly. But how exactly is this fair to steal from him? You commies pretend to care about everybody, but at the end of the day, you just take what you want and give it to your friends, yeah? Where exactly is the fairness in all that? You gonna kill me because that sits wrong with me? No, it ain't killing you if you went ahead and did it yourself. Bullshit on that. It's the same fucking thing as murder if you leave me like this. I pick murder then. You dirty motherfucker. He starts making a sound. An ugly sound. I blink because I don't really get what he's doing at first. Then I realize the son of a bitch is crying. Let's stop wasting our time here and go. Nick starts scratching his head, looking from time to time at the starry state of the golden retriever on the floor. He inhales, then exhales. Try not to stand. Something might be broken. I almost can't believe my eyes. Nick, just leave him here. Leave me? He's a murderer. Nick gives me a sideways look. He looks like he's about to say something to me, but then doesn't. Most men become terrible things when they think nobody in the world will help them. It's an awfully big presumption, don't you think? He's light enough to drag. You don't have to help. Okay, there you go. I was like, are we gonna see him or not? I'll do this on my own. You can't keep living like this, Nick. Also, just checking the time. Okay, we're good. That faith is what that faith in people is wasted, just as faith in the false interpretation of God. He just has those slitted eyes right there. Ben just looks back at me with a sickly smile. He'll take his chance sometime soon, but I'll be ready. Nick doesn't have much trouble dragging him along. For a man who's been through what he has, I expect to see death in his eyes, or some kind of distance. Instead, I can feel his eyes on me. And when I look at him, he doesn't even pretend not to look at me. He has a smile in those eyes. They're sparkling, like he knows that he can beat me in some kind of sick little game. And there's something about it that absolutely disgusts me. I know we'd be better off if we just killed him. Nick would probably forgive me in time if I did it right now. But I don't have time. I need Nick on my side until we were clear of this place. We stop for a break. Nick gives Ben some water first, then some whiskey to drink from the flask, which I consider a terrible taste. I don't know. It's whiskey. But we're all sitting together now, terribly uncomfortable and terribly awkward, but sharing this fucked up moment all the same. So I figure I might as well say what I feel. So, what the hell is the problem with you? The golden retriever drops his gleeful little stare and slips in something that looks more like confusion. What the hell is that supposed to mean? I mean I said what I said. No point in hiding. You tried to kill me 3 times, is there? You talk like you're innocent. You blink like I've just been hit in the head with a frying pan. Yeah? 'Cause I am? You blew years of goodwill. You blew years of goodwill I built up with the boss. The man sputters as he speaks. And I mean years. In just one day? How you figure? I weren't trying to kill you. At least, not at first. Well, thanks for that. You were just supposed to get injured. Show the other men you were an occupational hazard, you know? You had that Hendrix stink all over you. It was supposed to make him look bad. Supposed to make him look bad? Instead, you made me look like a fool twice over. Because you couldn't take any heat for a job you didn't even give a damn about. You tried to crush my goddamn paw. It would have healed. You don't know that. I doubt some pretty boy like you has to make use of both hands on a given day anyhow. You'd be surprised. He looks confused again. Huh? The point is, Nick's voice is a little high because he's obviously trying to change the subject. You're sorry for what you did? Well, shit. I don't fucking know. I'm more sorry I failed than for trying, but yeah. It got out of my hand. Yeah. I don't usually let things bother me this much, but I don't think I've ever been that mad before. What about the Blue Jay guy again? It's a dizzying kind of anger. Almost makes you laugh. Now Nate's dead, and my arm and leg are fucking ruined. It'll heal. He spits on me. Fuck you. You can't afford me. Damn, son. Nick leans in very close to him. You're about to go through a time in your life where you can only rely on the help of others to make it through each day. Do you think it's smart to start talking that way to the only people who are willing to help you live? He opens his mouth, but then closes it. No. Nick nods. Every new day might be hell for you, but the sun will rise, and you'll be there to greet it, and you'll be able to say, "Thank you for the light." Most people don't even get that. We don't say anything more. I stand with Nick, and he begins dragging the man by the back of his overalls again. I don't feel his stare as much anymore. In fact, if I didn't know any better, I'd say he was passing out. The pain must be really hard on his body. And I think with that, it's a good time to change it, because that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. I was kind of wondering how that stuff was going to work. Yeah, I think that's Nick, that's Wills, that's Cliff's, and that's Murdoch's. How the fuck am I able to remember everyone's name? I don't know. But that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So comment, guys, I like comments, tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos too. Help it grow and bleed and most help control the pit population. I'm not sure if I have a subscribe star, so no user registered with this email. Okay, maybe I'll just sign up so I can. I don't know. I've never subscribed starred to ever anything really. And if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io and all that good jazz. I'm just going to put my usual password in. And if you can use quantitative AI, you can know exactly which keys I click to know. Fuck, it's one of these captchas where the images go away. I always hated the ones where it's like the images go away, but very slowly. Mr. Squibo. What? GamerWolfSix. Because I have GamerWolfSix. Wait. This thing requires actual... Yoti app? What the hell is that? Oh, I'll do face verification. And until next time, on another Let's Play, me, GamerWolfSix, of, The Smoke Room, but by, what's his name? Yeah, George. So thanks and see you.